You gotta clear your headspace, you know? Like, you can't hold all this stuff in. I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to change your aesthetic appearance if that is something you were into. At this particular point in my life, I wanna let that go. I don't wanna carry that into my 30s. Here's the deal, like, I was feeling so strong before I did this 4-week, like, shred series. I was feeling great. I just wasn't happy with how I looked. It's crazy, I'm closer to the weight I wanted to be at. But 3 weeks ago, I was happier. Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. So today is Friday and I want to give you all a little update. Based off the title, you probably already know what this video is about. I'm going to go ahead and end my little 4-week challenge. I'm going to give you all a little bit of a backstory. So at the beginning of the year, actually, let me go way back. I think I mentioned this in my last video, or in one of my videos, that when I turned 29, I wanted to make the last year of my 20s the healthiest so far, because I wanted to enter my 30s as healthy as I can. And in order for me to do that, I was like, you know what? I want to get really strong. I'm going to stop drinking for a bit. I'm going to just focus on what my body can do and not how it looks. And that was my goal. And then the new year started and I was like, man, you know what? I want to push it up a notch and really start working out like a lot. And I want to do a half marathon, and I really want to do Insanity Max 30, and I want to lift. And I was like, I'm going to do a 12-week like transformation type of thing. And then I did that. 8 weeks into it, I realized that I was doing all this stuff. I was feeling pretty good. I was getting stronger, but I wasn't losing any weight. I gained about 55 to 60 pounds during my pregnancy. My first and my second pregnancy, actually. I gained quite a bit of weight. Way over, double what they recommend for women to gain. And I ate healthy. I exercised daily. Pretty like healthy pregnant woman, honestly. Like sorry, my kids. Always my kids. Every time they are completely fine playing, and then as soon as I whip out my phone or my camera, they're here. They want attention. But I'm gonna make this quick. I realized 8 weeks into my 12-week challenge for myself, I was still about 15 to 20 pounds heavier than I was pre-pregnancy. So then I kind of told myself, you know what? I really want to try to lose a little bit of weight because how I felt I should look and the weight on the scale, I felt like it wasn't matching up to what I was doing. I was doing a lot of activity and I wasn't losing any weight. So I decided to do a 4-week challenge, which is what I brought you all along with, or for. I told you all about 3 weeks ago. And so with that 4-week challenge, I did intermittent fasting. I put myself in a 500 calorie deficit. I lowered my intensity of my workouts because I think I was overtraining and overeating. So I wanted to eat a little bit less, work out a little bit less, and intermittent fast. I really like intermittent fasting. I thought I approached it with a really good mentality in terms of health first, and intermittent fasting is something I've done in the past. I really like it. Honestly, I think it is the way I prefer to eat because I'm not a huge I like breakfast, but I don't like breakfast at breakfast time. So waiting a few hours after I wake up to eat has never really been an issue for me. But eating late at night is an issue. So it's intermittent fasting is perfect. I can have a 12 to 8 eating window and then fast 8 to 12 and not worry about it. And I lost 8 pounds that first week, and that was really great. I weighed myself despite thinking I shouldn't. And what I thought would happen, happened. What I feared would happen, happened. I got caught up in the scale. I got caught up in the number. And I hate that. It's such a stupid, trivial thing. I don't want to be caught up in the number anymore. In order to be the healthiest I am, to enter my 30s healthier than I entered my 20s, I need to be focused on what my body can do not what it looks like. What I look like is hopefully the least interesting thing about me. And I want so much more to be about, you know, who I am as a person, what I do with my time, how I am as a mother, as a wife, as a member of society, what I contribute. I think I really need to reassess and let it go. If something isn't serving you, you let it go. I lost a little bit of weight and I was happy with that. But I don't want to care about it at all. I don't want to care about it. I don't want to care about it for my daughter's sake. I don't want to care about it for my own sake. Putting myself in a 500 calorie deficit, yes, you will lose weight if you do that. Because it's scientific fact. If you move more than you're consuming, you're going to lose weight. If you eat less, you're going to lose weight. And that's great. Science is awesome. However, what science doesn't tell you is that, or what the research doesn't necessarily tell you, is that when you eat less, your mood changes. You may be hungrier. Like I feel like with the intermittent fasting, because my eating window was condensed, I never really felt like hungry, I wanted to mindlessly eat, but I wasn't hungry. But my mood changed. I'm shorter tempered. I feel it. I feel my anxiety. Like last night I had such bad anxiety. I had really bad anxiety and it was awful. And I feel like I'm shorter tempered, and I think if it's a silly thing to put yourself through for an aesthetic. So at the beginning of the year, I told myself I would not care about the scale. And I am human and I am imperfect. And I hate it that I shouldn't have even have done this challenge, I don't think, because I'm not mentally, I don't think that I can do these kind of things and at this point anyway, and be okay with it. So emotionally. So I'm quitting, and I'm okay with that. I have one more week to go, but I am throwing in the towel. I'm done. I can't do it anymore. I can, right? I can push through it and do it, but I'm done. So I still want to talk about health and wellness and, being the best version of yourself and living a long life and challenging yourself for not what a scale says, but what you can do with your body. My goal is to push myself harder, not to look a certain way, but to feel a certain way. And I'm not there yet, right? I'm clearly not there yet, but that is what I want long term. I just want to feel good. And I want to create an environment in my home that is positive and affirming and not any type of negative energy around food. I am going to be donating my scale. If my husband is watching this, we will not have a scale anymore, so you'll know where it went. I just personally had a aha kind of moment where I realized it wasn't working for me when I found myself wanting to weigh myself, and that's behavior that I did when I was 20, and I don't want to go into my 30s doing that. I have no desire to go back to that. So I'm not. So one of the tipping points for me, when I realized it was no longer serving me, is when I started doing my yoga more consistently. I practice yoga daily, but I've been really working on reading yogi texts and working on meditation more, and working on, all of a sudden when spring happened, I got a surge of energy to start really building strength in my yoga practice again. And you cannot do yoga and lie to yourself. At least I can't. It's really difficult. The reason I fell in love with yoga in the first place is because it made me see who I was. And the same thing is happening right now. I feel like I'm kind of going through a transformation a little bit within, because I'm questioning why I'm doing this, and everything I'm coming up with is not enough to continue doing it. It's not serving me in an emotional state. So yes, I just wanted to tell you all that. I feel my practice deepening, and because I feel my practice deepening, I feel my truth emerging, and I think that's super powerful, and it's bringing to light some things that I need to let go, and this is one of them. So there will be no weigh-in next week. I'm sorry if that is what you came here for. I can't do it. I don't want to do it. And like I said, so yeah, I'm gonna let it go. And I hope that if you are doing it, and if you want to stick to it, great. That's awesome. I just, it's not something that I want to focus on anymore. It's not something that I want to spend my energy on anymore. I think that is everything. I think so. I think that's everything. I am so thankful for you all. If you are new here, welcome. I hope that you will stick around and subscribe. If you are a familiar face, I'm happy to see you again, and I will see you all in the next video. Give this video a like if you enjoy this kind of content. I know it's kind of different than my normal Friday update, but I needed to be honest with you all and with myself and realize what is healthy for me and what is not. And unfortunately, that kind of stuff isn't healthy for me. So I can't do it. Love the skin you are in, and that is what I'm working towards. So in order to work towards that, I got to let go of thinking of my body in terms of numbers and thinking of it more in terms of what it can do. And it's already done so many amazing things. It's carried 2 children. It's nursed 2 children. I am going to take care of them, nourish them with this beautiful body. And by them, I mean my 1-year-old. She still nurses. So I'm going to give her some good old nourishment. And I'm going to feed myself, feed my soul, feed my bowl. I will talk to you all later. See you next time. Bye.